You started performing very, very young. How young are we talking here?
3.
What are you doing at 3?
Radio commercials.
Doing radio at 3?
Radio, yeah.
Well, there's a cold pressure front coming in. I mean, what were you?
Oh, I was doing for Kmart. Kmart, when they started doing their photo booth thing or photo developing, it used to be this thing where we had film and these things called cameras, and then you'd take it and you'd get it developed.
Everyone in the audience is texting right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I played Ms. Goofproof to a fella named Josh Richmond's Mr. Goofproof.
Oh.
And so we did these commercials for 4 years, and they got like Clio awards and stuff. And the only line I ever remember from doing that was, Jeffrey, are you the opposite sex or am I? And I always thought that was like, yeah, right? It was the 70s.
Yeah.
Things were all wrong in the 70s.
Yeah, that just seems really weird. And
I know. In a short commercial, it went from that to photo developing.
Right.
Yeah.
Tired of gender confusion?
Yeah.
Use Kodak. You're in this movie Vacation, and everyone knows the destination in the vacation movies is Wally World. Okay?
Yes.
And
They're clapping for a fictional theme park.
yeah, they are like, we love Wally World. We can't wait to go there in our minds. But this raises the question: are you an amusement park person? Do you like amusement parks in real life?
I do. I do. I used to go to Magic Mountain all the time with my mom, and we've taken my daughter to Disneyland a couple of times.
Does she like Disney? I mean, is she old enough to enjoy it?
I will preface it by saying, she said to me the other day, Mom, you know, I think I'm old enough to really appreciate Disneyland. So the first time we went, she was like super cool, like kid at 2. We were like, she's gonna be fine. So the first ride we put her on was Peter Pan, which immediately goes into pitch blackness. And all of a sudden, you just heard blood-curdling screaming from my child. That went on.
She flipped out?
She flipped the out. And I mean, we were laughing so hard.
Wait, that's how you reacted?
We're wonderful parents.
Your 2-year-old is screaming for her life.
Like, I need out! Stop! I said, stop! And we're like, oh my God. What a wuss ass. Seriously.
Charity, earning some great reviews and a Tony Award nomination. Thrilled to have her on the show. Please welcome Christina Applegate. For a second, I thought you were turning to walk right back out again. That's what it looked like to me.
I'm so over you right now.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I haven't been here in so long. I've missed you terribly.
I know you have.
I know you're
Hard to resist. I'm all man. This got awkward real fast. Now, you don't normally live in New York City, but you've been living in New York for a little while now.
About 7 months.
7 months working on this play. You feel like you're getting used to the New York City rhythm? Are you out there riding the subways?
I am. I love it here. I love the subway. I have this weird fetish with the subway. That the smell, for some reason, it's kind of erotic to me in some really strange way.
Well, that just couldn't be true. Nothing like urine, yeah. The hot weather.
Hey,
no,
I'm a gal for urine, you know what I'm saying?
Wow! That's gonna show up in the tabloids. I love that song.
I'm sure it has before.
Now, so you're riding the subways. You find that all kind of really it's something about it.
You know what? I jest. It's not really erotic to me. It's just when I was a little girl, I used to come here all the time, and there was something about getting off the train and sort of the smell and knowing that I was in New York City, and that was very exciting for me. So it's just, The smell is like a sense memory of excitement.
The stepping over a homeless guy.
Yes,
it's all just fun for you.
One of my first memories of coming to New York when I was a little girl was exactly that, stepping over this homeless man who was laying there all wrapped up, and he was singing, "Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?" And I was like, that's my favorite show, too.
Really? He was singing that?
My mom didn't let me sit down and talk to him about it.
Wow.
Because I really wanted to get into
And that man's
Bert and
name
Ernie.
was Max Weinberg.
Yes.
Good to see you again, Max.
Now you're doing 8 shows a week now.
8 shows, yes.
Which is a lot. And I would think that when you do that many shows in a week, I mean, we just do 1 week. We don't even work on the weekends, but you're doing 8. I got to think that you almost lose touch with reality, because do you know what's even going on in the outside world?
I don't know what's going on at all. I mean, I probably should turn on the television and watch the news, because it makes for very embarrassing conversations when you don't really know what's going on in the world.
Right.
Which, by the way, I segue into my story. I was...
As if there was a pre-interview.
We just read each other really well. Wait, what am I supposed to say?
You're the best lover. No.
No, here's a very embarrassing example of how much I don't know what's going on in the world. I was doing a Nightline interview, very, very, very high class, with Jeff Goldblum and John Lithgow. Really very intelligent, amazing men, well-spoken, very, And we were talking about Broadway, and it was supposed to be this interview, this intellectual discussion of, stars coming to Broadway and everything.
The future of the stage and all that.
This is how out of touch with reality I am. They start talking about the Deep Throat situation. That it just happened that day, so give me a little bit of credit.
They leaked the identity of Deep Throat.
I literally was like, why are we going into porn?
Wait, you're on Nightline?
They asked on Nightline.
Yeah.
They asked me about it, and I was like, well, I was a little young to watch stuff like that, I don't even know. I had no idea what they were talking about. And then I went home that night, and I turned on the television, and I was like, I want to shoot myself right now.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's not good. That's not good.
The intelligent conversation about,
Well, now you've briefed yourself on the whole Watergate.
Okay.
Now you know. Now you know. That's
Couldn't
good.
they have given him a different name as not to confuse people? So that you don't think
Damn
they're
Woodward
talking
and Bernstein. Throwing porno names around, confusing us all.
Man, such a bummer.
Sweet Charity. Let's talk about Sweet Charity.
Yeah.
I think this is a great show business story. The show's about to go on. You're about to sort of, open the show here on Broadway, and you break your foot.
Yeah, I broke my foot on stage in Chicago in one of our preview performances.
And people were saying, well, we got to stop the show now. We got to just cancel.
Yeah, it was really a domino effect that once I broke my foot and then I wasn't going to be in the show for a while, people weren't buying tickets, so they closed us down.
Right.
So
what
but
did
now
What did you do? You said, because in the old show business movies, something like that happens, and the actress tapes her leg up and says, no, I'm doing the show. And there's always a guy with a cigar that says, you're a real trooper, kid.
That's exactly what happened.
Is that what happened?
It was exactly what happened, except for the accent. He didn't have that accent.
Well, then what's the point of doing it if there's no accent?
So no, I just kept going. I still wear the brace.
Good for you.
But I only do that for sympathy.
Right, nice.
Because you can never get enough of talking about the foot.
Right.
Actually, next time I want to break my butt so that people actually have to come up and go, how's your ass?
When
and
you
then
break
I can say, sore.
When someone, I don't understand, and this is
I get, how's the foot about 100 times a day.
Right.
I want to mix it up.
I don't want to, this is probably
How's your ass?
huge waste of time.
Good.
How is your ass, by the way? It's
sore.
Good. If someone breaks their butt, what do they do? If you break your butt, is it a cast? Is your ass in a sling? What happens? I don't know. Those are things I don't even know.
Maybe that's where the term came from, your ass in a sling.
Maybe. Wow.
Right?
Incredible.
Amazing. We need to get back to what they wrote.
No. They didn't write anything. This card's just for show. Christina Applegate.
Yes, sir. Thank God.
Thank God that's there. I wouldn't know what's going on. Now, one of the things I'm curious about with Broadway, I've never been on a Broadway show. I've always wanted to be.
And you haven't been to mine either, so, well, ticked about that.
I'm a very busy man. Look at me here. Do you think that we just make up this comedy at the last second and throw it out there? Yes, we do. But I'll get to the show. Okay. You'll see. I'll get to the show. I don't get out much.
I know you will.
If I went to the show, I'd get mobbed, and the crowd would be like, "Oh my God, there he is!" And you know what I mean? It would be like Beatlemania. But anyway, You don't want that. You want the audience focused. Yeah. Don't laugh at that. That's sad.
I'm sorry.
The Bad Moms movie, very funny. And I thought, I don't know if this is something that's fun to do or not, but in this movie, your character has an incredible potty mouth, curses like a sailor.
Yes.
And I was wondering, is that a fun thing to do when you were given license to swear like that?
Yes, because I have a 5.5-year-old, so I can't at home.
You can't swear at home.
I've always had a terrible potty mouth. I mean.
You?
Yes, me.
In real life?
In real life, I'm horrible. Like, the other actresses would always be like, Jesus, what is coming out of your mouth, man? Like, you better rein it in, freak.
Right.
And when I was 5 years old, I'm gonna say a real bad one, but they're gonna blurt it out. But
This is the word you said when you were 5?
I learned this in nursery school. My mom said I came home and I said, sucker.
Tell me more about this school. What kind of school was this?
I mean, come on, man. It's like the 70s, you know? Anyway.
I don't care if it was the 70s.
They used to, like,
I
leave
went
us
to
in cars by them, you know, ourselves when they'd go into the grocery store. You know, like, crack a window for kids. So my mom said that I just, like, after that, like, I couldn't stop. I'd just be like, shit. And she said, okay, Christina, you can say all this at home, but that's it. You can say it as much as you want at home, but that's it. When we're outside, you are not allowed to say that, so.
That was the rule. That's
the rule.
When you were home, you were like, this
like,
is good sucking bread.
Yeah. I was like
every other word, probably.
I'm like, you, Mom. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was how we rolled. We don't do that in my house.
You were like a little Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But we don't, you know, we don't cuss in front of Sadie, obviously.
Oh, Sadie, your daughter is how old?
She's 5.5.
She's 5, so there's no swearing in front of her.
No, but the other day, Sadie. The other day she was in the bathroom and she like hit her knee when she was coming out and I heard her go, oh shit. And I said, what's that now? She goes, what is that?
Yeah.
And then she just walked away. I was like, someone's been cussing in front of my kid.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of
Of
trouble.
course, they pick up all kinds of stuff.
I know.
Or more appropriately, some sucker's been.
You're like, Sadie, which sucker taught you that word?
Show me the sucker. Rip their off.
You've got to settle down.
You're gonna
You know what's so funny is that
it's like, beep, beep.
my kids, I have very nice kids, and our son thought that he knew, like 2 years ago, when he was like, I don't know, when he was 7 or something, he thought that he learned what the F word was. And he said, I know what the F word is.
Yeah.
And so we were like, oh man, someone told him the F word, and he was like, yeah. And I said to him, what's the F word? And he said, it's funk.
Oh, yeah.
He thought the F word was funk. And so my wife and I were like, high-fived each other and went, yes, that's the F word.
Like, that is a very
bad word, and don't use that word. So we thought, okay, we're off the hook. He won't be asking anyone what's the F word because he'll think it's funk. And then that Bruno Mars song came out, Uptown Funk.
Right.
And my son was like, ah! The word is said like 1,000 times, and they were like, no, okay. And he was wondering, like, why are all the people at school dancing to that?
To this song.